If you're struggling to find people that align with your values, what you need to remember is you don't find them, they find you. So I want to share a couple of quick analogies to illustrate this point. If you think about a spider isn't a hunter in the typical sense of the word. He doesn't go and track down his prey and go find food. He builds a web and lets the fly come to him. So he doesn't worry or, chase after the fly. He just builds the web and he's attracting the kind of food that aligns with his values. So the fly comes and then he eats the fly. Another example is if you want a butterfly to land in your hand, if you run around chasing butterflies, you're never going to get anywhere because they're just going to fly away. The way to attract butterflies is to plant a beautiful wildflower garden. You plant poppies and lavender, the butterflies will come. So that's the same with your life. If you're trying to attract people into your life, or you're trying to find people that align with your values, you build your life in such a way that it illustrates who you are, and then people will be attracted to that. One more analogy is the moth that is attracted to the candlelight. So it only attracts one type of thing. When you build yourself up, or you plant flowers, or you're the spider and you build the web, you only attract people or things that align with those values. So when you light a candle at night time, I live by this forest, so you light a candle, moths will just come straight in, or you leave the light on with the window open. You're not going to get foxes coming in because they don't align with that value. They don't look for the light. So what you do is you start building your life in a way that illustrates who you are. It exudes those values, and you might have to deep journal on this and really question, what are my values? And your life might not even align with them. That's why you're attracting into your life certain people that don't align. So for example, there was a period where I was quite lonely and I thought I needed a partner, and I would go to clubs and pubs, and that totally doesn't align with any of my values, and that's the type of person I was attracting into my life. Then I shifted away and I was like, right, that's not me. I like spending time in nature, I like dogs, I like walking. So I would walk my dog. And when you do that, dog walkers come and talk to you. They are people that align with my values. So a couple of points worth mentioning. You have to leave your house for this to work. You have to put yourself out there and really do the things that align with your values. And you only really need one or two people that align with your values. We think we need this big friendship group, but you don't. One person is enough to really have a positive impact on your life, and you do the same for them. So start building out your life. I'll give you some examples for me. I walk my dog. I get like-minded people come and talk to me. In the summer, I would just meditate under a tree. And it just seems that people can't, because I think that's you don't see it very often. People are just curious about it. The amount of times I'll be sitting meditating and I'll just open my eyes because I've normally got my dog with me, and I'll just check she's all right. And there'll be someone kind of like looking over, and they're really curious, and often people will come and talk to me. No reason, there was no conversation starter, but they would come and talk. Another one is I like to do sea swims. And if you do a sea swim when the weather's like this, it's freezing cold, and somebody has that slight inclination that that's something they would like to do, so it's a value you share, but they haven't quite got the courage to do it, but they really want to talk to you. They kind of want any excuse because they're like, oh, I'd love to do that. But you go first. You be the flower that attracts the butterfly. You be the light that attracts the moth, and the web that attracts the fly. So by you doing the thing, by you living your values, you're going to attract to you people that share those values. So I've got a couple of Bible verses to illustrate this point. Matthew chapter 5 verses 14 to 16. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand and let it give light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, and they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. So when people see you living out your values, and you've got to do this publicly. I mean, I make YouTube videos, I go out down the beach walking my dog. Like for example, it's winter in the UK. And I will walk my dog barefoot along the sand because I like the grounding and the time in nature. And if you walk past somebody else that's barefoot, you can't not talk to each other because it's so uncommon that you've instantly got a shared value. But you have to leave the house, you have to go out and do the thing. You can't have these values and not act on them. You can't not build your web. It's all right, the spider having the value of a web building skill that's going to attract flies, and just not build a web and hope, he finds the fly. It doesn't work like that. And the spider doesn't go chasing the fly. This is, you attract these people into your life. And then Proverbs 27 verse 17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. And this has been completely evident in my life. I've got one kind of really true friend that shares the same values as me, and his life has benefited so much from me, and my life has benefited so much from him. And it's iron sharpening iron. We build each other up because our values are so similar. We have opposite skill sets, but our values are the same, and this really is complementary, and it's really worth having somebody like that in your life. And this is how you do it. You build your web, you build your life, and you start attracting these people into your life. And be open. It's very interesting. Walk barefoot if that's something that is your value, and you will see people looking at you. But as soon as you see someone looking and smile, they want to talk to you. That is them going, oh, I share that value. It might be going to church. As soon as you go to church, you share the same values as everybody in the church anyway. So that is an easy option. But this applies to every area of your life. So build your web, plant your garden, shine your light, and see who you attract into your life. Hope that helps. Speak to you soon.